Welcome to Friday Night Football. It's great to have you with us at Docklands. This is the round 23 match between Essendon and St Kilda. The season might be slipping away for one of these sides. A win today is vital, but they'll have their work cut out for them against a top four side. The skipper leads his team out onto the field. Daniel Harford joins me. Who's your pick today, Harf?
Pleasure to be here, Hutto. I like the Saints. There are a couple of things their opponents could look to exploit, but I'm not sure they're good enough to pull it off. This team at its best is very hard to beat.
Thanks for those thoughts, Harf. Plenty of noise and excitement as we await the coin toss. Essendon led St Kilda by 20 points late in the third quarter of their Round 10 1996 match when Waverley Park's power suddenly failed, plunging everybody into darkness. What followed was chaos, with the players leaving the field and members of the crowd spilling onto the playing surface, lighting fires and removing one of the posts. There had been a fault at a nearby substation that could not be corrected quickly, so the teams returned the following Tuesday evening for two 12-minute halves. The Bombers ultimately won the most bizarre match in history by 22 points, 13-11 to 9-13. The Rucks staring each other down. Marshall gets his hand to it. Sinclair. They've given it back, attracted a crowd. Could that have been holding the ball? Some thought it was, but not the person who matters. Good ruck work. Sinclair leading from the front, hacking it forward. Sharman cops some unwanted attention. Gets his kick despite the heat. It's a desperate tackle. You asked for it, you got it. He was trying to beat a path to goal, but he was shut down quickly. Rucks go at it. McRae, he's giving 100%. Stripped of it. Can he find a teammate? Caminiti is like a magnet in that forward line.
They should be on the board with a goal.
The assignment is simple, and he makes no mistake.
It doesn't matter who you are, it's always good to get an early one on the board.
The first goal was a while coming, but the early signs are we're in for a great contest. Draper wins it out of the centre. Durham, Roberts. The kick was centimetre perfect. He's made a bright start. It must be his birthday. They're on point so far. Sharman marks on centre wing. McRae, it's a hot footy. They want ball, but they're not going to get it. Marshall wins the hit out. Steele in no man's land. Keeler couldn't burst through. Setterfield didn't need to be asked twice. Kicks to space. That's a bruising tackle. It's not a fair fight. It's been a lacklustre affair so far. Good ruck work, like Batman and Robin. Not sure who that was meant for, but it's been picked off. Henry felt the pressure there. No wonder coaches go grey. Normally delivers. The Bombers are out of trouble. What's he got on offer? That's skillful. King wins it back. Great mark. Penetrating ball. Punched that like he meant it. Roberts. Poor footy there. Searching kick. Good disciplined defence. McRae. Wood is always dangerous inside 50. Onto the non-preferred. Sloppy disposal. And we'll have a throw in.
The Saints have probably had the better of it early in general play, but it's looking like a dour struggle might be on the cards.
Marshall gets his hand to it. Sinclair, drop punt, that'll be a goal. Never in doubt.
The Bombers are on the back foot. That was possibly a bit too easy.
The The Saints already look like they're going to be hard to beat. Marshall wins it out of the centre. Steele. Caminiti. Strong grab. McRae. It's online. Will it have the carry? It's a game of inches sometimes. Good looking kick. It's come unstuck. He will surely make this count.
They've hit the ground running, and a goal here will give them a handy break.
Heads for home. That was never missing.
This is exactly what they would have hoped for early in the match. Scoreboard pressure.
The Bombers will be disappointed because what they spoke about during the week hasn't come to pass. They'll need to make changes. Gary's back. What's caught your eye, Gaz?
The Saints were able to keep their opposition scoreless in the first term off the back of immense pressure. They closed down their space and tackled relentlessly, and it would have felt suffocating. You'd think it would be difficult to maintain that sort of intensity all match long, but they are as well equipped defensively as any side in the competition.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. The big men fly. Roberts, red at best. Draper, bad error there. A good kick here and they'll be in business. Sharman is hard to beat one-on-one. The Bombers are under siege. Marshall is in the clear and marks uncontested.
The Saints are working harder at the present time, and they're reaping the rewards.
Goes at goal, and that is an opportunity gone begging.
That was a promising build-up and deserved a better finish.
The Bombers desperately need to shift the momentum. Good kick. Pryor has found some space. And they're away. Well played. What's he got on offer? Tidy ball. Martin can keep it moving. Shield. Pryor has pushed up. Attracted a crowd. They're tackling with venom today. Marshall has got on top. McRae. Steele. A quick getaway wasn't possible. Bad kicking there, out on the full.
According to some of these fans, all he had to do was kick it 60 metres on his non-preferred to a player on the other side of the ground in his blind spot while being tackled. Easy.
Wanganeen Malira went bang. Martin, can they finally get there first? Yes, they can, and they desperately needed that.
So important to get reward for effort. On that occasion, the finish matched the quality of the work upfield.
Can they follow that goal up with another? The big men fly. Steele trying to find a path. Unable to get it inside 50. He's generally a good kick. Marshall takes an excellent grab. He doesn't waste many. Stocker, dangerous to leave on his own. They're playing with purpose and poise. Gresham, leading by example. Throws it on the boot. Feeling the heat. Does well under pressure. Henry with a chance to run. Good penetration on the kick. Not his finest moment. Holds it up, waiting for an option to present. Probing ball. Manages to find a teammate. Doesn't often waste it. Caddy has a vice-like grip. The Bombers not at their best so far, and that's a letdown. Clever kick. Mackay makes good contact. Caddy, Reed with time. Going for territory. Who's front and centre? Setterfield. I felt that one from here. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. Draper with a deft tap. Perkins does the roving. No one can mark. Right, desperate defence. We've got another stoppage.
Clear out, thank you.
We've hit the long break and it's a handy margin, but by no means a match-winning one. This game's very much in the balance. What's happening down there, Gary?
It's been a tough slog so far, with both sides having their moments, but neither's really looked like getting on a roll and scoring goals quickly. That's largely due to pressure, of course, but also some questionable decision-making with ball in hand. This game is there for the taking for the side that can be cleaner with the footy.
Thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. Durham, Keeler picks it off. That's poor kicking. Henry has got loose. Kicks inside the forward 50. McGrath with another spoil. Draper, the Bombers under great pressure. Can he hit a target? King desperate to win it back. The umps paid a free kick for insufficient intent.
Assuming it wasn't a skill error, that wasn't well disguised.
Quality delivery by foot. They've opened them up here. Good vision there. Durham, that's a useful ball. This ought to end in a goal. What's he got on offer? They're moving the footy quickly. Wilkie making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Right. Can he inspire his team? You bet he can.
That's a real bonus. Terrific composure under pressure.
That first goal, so important. Marshall got his palm to it. Sinclair, McRae comes free in the tackle. Roberts with a steal. Owens runs onto it. Wood in the right spot. The Bombers can suddenly rebound. Can he find a teammate? Pryor works hard to present. Some indirect ball movement here. Good work rate, picking their way through. Menzie can take some time and find the right option. When one tackle just won't do. McRae, it's a poor kick. Ridley continues to be a thorn in their side. He's hit up the lead. Neat little worm burner. They've turned it over. The defence is disorganised. McRae, great body work. He will surely make this count.
This would give him a shot of confidence.
It's on the way. Good-looking kick. He's dobbed it.
It was no secret they needed to quell his influence, but they haven't been able to do it. He's had his way with it.
They're 3 kicks in front now, but a long way from safety. Draper showing his skills. Menzie, whatever he's suffering from, it's not leather poisoning. Webster, Keeler, he'll feel that one. Didn't take the first option, and he's been penalised.
Not sure there was much prior opportunity there. Can he deliver? Yeah, back him more often than not.
He kicks the goal.
They've got to find a way to get him into the game. We know how damaging he can be.
That was a huge goal in the shadows of three-quarter time. Draper with the tap. Roberts, terrific tackle. It hasn't been a great spectacle, but at least it's close. Important clearance here. Perkins, Draper. If he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. No way through there, and they'll reset. Marshall with a deft tap. McRae. We'll turn for home with this match firmly in the balance. A cracking final quarter coming up. Gary's with us again. What's on your mind, Gaz?
You can pour over the stat sheets all you like, but when the game's on the line and there's little or nothing in it late, when everyone's exhausted, the only question that matters is who will be tough enough for long enough.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you. Draper palms it down. Menzie, Roberts, Dersma. You can't question his commitment. Wilkie spoils. Right, this should be a goal. Through it goes, and it's a one-point game.
They had to be patient, but they were able to pick their way through and eventually score.
Who would know who's going to win this? It's been a great duel between the two big men. Roberts, Draper. The Saints have won it back. Delivers it inside 50. Owens, they've worked it well. Sinclair, desperate stakes. Bends it around the body. That's on target. Through it goes.
He has produced a clinical finish there to cap off a terrific passage of play.
The Saints have pushed the margin out to beyond a goal. The big men fly. Menzie, centre field. How will the umpire see this? The Bombers will have one eye on the clock. Big clearance to win here. Perkins, Dersma, squeezes the kick. They've put themselves under pressure. Falls at his back. That'll be a free. I've liked his game today. Caddy, Reed, charges onto it. Sinclair, intercepts. They want ball, but they're not going to get it. Draper smashes it out of there. Roberts, good handball. Dersma, what can he do with it? Setterfield, Martin is the beneficiary of some fine ball movement.
Goals haven't exactly flowed so far, so this would be valuable.
It's a deep kick. Right, read it best, and will cut the margin.
This to get it back to a point.
As simple as it gets.
Great team goal. If they keep playing like that, they won't be behind for long.
The Bombers are within a point. Marshall has probably got the points at this stage. Steele, it would be a hard umpire who would ping him for that. Marshall has rucked tirelessly. Steele, that's a dreadful hand pass. Sharman read it well and claims the mark.
He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
Needs it to bend back, but it's not going to.
Did all the hard work only to let himself down with a kick.
He's off. The Bombers might be about to start something. Holds it up, waiting for an option to present. Ridley, terrific forward pressure. Caddy. Windhager with the big fist. That might have been dropping the ball. Gets his kick despite the heat. Garcia takes the responsibility. Just needs to finish. Finish he does.
If you had any doubt before, you shouldn't now.
The Saints have got it now unless they do something silly. Marshall wins it out of the centre. Wilson. Ridley showing why he's such a good defender. That's almost worth a kick. McGrath. The Saints frank their position in the top four. Is this their year? What a match that was, half.